Hi guys, in this video I'm going to unbox the Samsung Galaxy F23 5G smartphone which was announced 3 months earlier, and there are only a few problems in this smartphone. One of them is that its display is actually TFT display, which is not a IPS display. So you may face some problems while watching content, such as the video will appear a bit less saturated and the colors may be a little faded, but that is not that much of a problem in this smartphone, since this is actually one of the best TFT displays which you can get. And you may also find this smartphone's camera to be quite decent, but other smartphones camera are actually a little better than this in the same price range. And also the video quality which you will get in the smartphone is actually better than the picture quality of the camera. So that is a bit mixed up. That is the only main con about this smartphone, and it comes with Snapdragon 750G. Also it have 3 camera setup on the rear. As for the camera, here you can see that the rear cameras are of 50 megapixel main, 8 megapixel ultra wide and 2 megapixel macro, which is just a showpiece. And it comes with a water drop notch, which is also a big con about this, as most other phones comes with punch hole camera. As for the charger, you will not get it here, since Samsung has stopped distributing the charger in the new smartphones by Samsung. So let's now begin the unboxing. And here is the cable. As you can see, it is the Type-C cable, which is nice, as some other Oppo or Vivo phones still comes with a micro USB cable at this price range, which is under 15,000 rupees. And here you can see that this color is actually called Copper Plus. It looks a little bit like gold and a mixture of copper. And here you can see that it is the water drop notch. So let's try turning it on. As for the fingerprint scanner, it has a in power on button fingerprint scanner. As you can see, as most of the smartphones by Samsung comes with Knox security, and also the same security comes with the higher end Samsung smartphones, which are the more than 1 lakh or about 70,000 smartphones in Indian rupees. As you can see, here is the welcome screen. Let's click on start. Take the first two options. I will deselect the sending of diagnostic data option because I don't think that is an important option to tick. I would suggest you to select all the permissions for Samsung apps and services, as deselecting it may reduce some feature in your smartphone. I will connect to the router. It will now check for updates. As you can see, I had now finished the setup, so I will click on finish. Click on OK and then click on I agree. Select the language to English. Untick the option and click on skip. Then click on yes. And here is the smartphone. It is quite smooth because it comes with One UI 2.0 or 4.1. I don't know which version that is, so let's check it out. As you can see here, it comes with One UI 4.1 as mentioned in Google, so that is Android 12. And let's check out the camera now. You can get all the Snapchat features here. See, it have all the Snapchat features in the fun mode of the camera. And here in the more section, you can get the single take feature here and also the macro. And here is the primary 50 megapixel camera, and the first one is the ultra wide camera. See, if I will cover the first camera, then it is still working, the camera is, and the middle camera is not working when I pressed my finger against it. So I think it is the 2 megapixel macro camera, and here is the 50 megapixel primary, and the first one is the 8 megapixel ultra wide. And you can get all the slow motion or super slow motion and even the hyperlapse feature here. And in the video section, there is no option to record at 60 fps here, so it would have been nicer if there was, but still it is fine. When you will record using the ultra wide camera, then the video may seem a bit dreamy. Let's now move on to the photo section. The sharpness is a bit too much, I think. It is a bit saturated also. So the colors are a bit saturated and also a bit sharpened. After the processing is done, the photo turned out fine. So let's leave everything to the processing here. You can also record at HEIF image format if you want to take high efficiency pictures, but I will not do that. Also, there are so many bloatware apps here, you can uninstall it one by one. Let's now check the phone's refresh rate. I think it will be on the display section. Scroll down. See, there is only the standard and the adaptive option. In the adaptive option, you can get only up to 120 Hz, and on the standard option, it will be the basic 60Hz screen. So there is no option to manually select the refresh rate as there is in MIUI. And as for YouTube, you can play videos at 4K, I think. So you can play videos at 4K here. The M33, which comes with the Exynos 1280 processor, does not support it, but this one supports it. If you have enough internet speed to play a 4K video, then I think it will be played smoothly. See, the colors are nice. As in other TFT display phones, the colors are quite bad actually, but the Samsung TFT panel is a bit better than other TFT panels, so there is not much to worry about. You also have the option to buy the Samsung M23 5G phone. That phone has some features which this phone lacks, like the Windows DeX option or something like that was available in the M33 5G phone. But the design is so much good if you will look at it. Compared to M33 5G, that phone's design was just like a brick and that had 6000 mAh battery, while this phone has 5000 mAh battery. But still this phone is quite light compared to that. That phone was about 210 gram, whereas this phone is 190 gram only. So if you want better battery life, then you can purchase M33 5G and don't mind using a phone which weighs heavy and is or look like a brick. You can also add the portrait effect in the gallery. See, it can create a portrait effect unless it will recognize a face, so there's that criteria to fulfill if you want to use it. And also it lacks the erase object feature which you will get in the Samsung M33 5G phone. Other than that, this phone and that phone are quite the same. The Samsung F23 5G and the M33 5G phone. As for the SIM card tray, it comes with a hybrid SIM card tray which is nice. As for the gameplay of this phone, you will get about the normal graphics quality at very high frame rate unlocked, and in HD you will only get the high option. See, you can see that. And on the Ultra HD mode you will also get only the high option and the original mode is not supported. And on the smooth mode you will also get the very high FPS. And in Call of Duty you will get the very high graphics quality unlocked at very high FPS. And if you want the max FPS, you can only select at the high graphics mode, and at the medium you will also get the same max FPS, and the low will also be the same, I think. And as for BGMI, in BGMI you can see that the ultra frame rate option or the FPS option is unlocked only at balanced mode and also at the smooth, but in HD you can only select up to high FPS, and the HDR, Ultra HD and also the UHD is not unlocked here. I think it will be available soon as it is written here. So I think this was it for the Samsung F23 5G review. I think this is a nice phone under the 15,000 rupees price range if you are looking for a smartphone. So thanks for watching my video. If this video will help you, then please hit the subscribe button. That's it for the video.